All right, gang, before we get into this thing, I've got two things in the description box for you. Number one is going to be a guide that helps you to turn nothing into something. That can be business, that can be fitness, that can be your relationships. And it's just a 4-step checklist that I made completely free. You can grab that in the description. The second thing is a link to an awesome masterclass video that I made. And the masterclass is all about leverage. So it goes hand in hand with this video. It goes hand in hand with that guide. All right. Now that we got that knocked out of the way, I want to talk to you today about your inner world. So I'm at the gym this morning, and I didn't really do anything crazy because I'm sore and shit, whatever. So I'm like doing my kettlebell swings. I'm working on my abs. I'm doing my push-ups, and I'm getting to it. Like, I'm really locked in. I'm in my zone. I ain't worried about nobody else. Now, granted, there was a couple shorties in the gym this morning, but I was like, yo, I'm here for me. So I truly wasn't even worried about anything going on around me. But next thing you know, I'm doing some side plank dips, And I look over here to my left and I see this one dude, and he had on those Vivio barefoot shoes, the ones that look like toes. So I'm like, I'm a functional fitness coach. So I peeped that off rip. I'm like, he's solid. Okay. Next thing you know, I'm doing my kettlebell snatches, and I see this other dude, like an older white dude, clearly over the age of 50, yoked, standing with confidence, moving with confidence. All he was doing was walking around the gym. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. Hey, what's up? But I was like, oh, he's somebody. I don't know who Buddy is, but Buddy is somebody. And then I see another guy, just like the second dude I'm telling you about. And it was just like, the work has been done. You know, I looked at him and he looked at me. He gave me the nod. I gave him the nod back. But you could just tell that he has put the work in. The work is done, right? And this brought me to this video. I'm shooting this video because of these three people that I met, because I actually spoke to all three of them. One of them, the guy with the barefoot shoes, was a professional hockey player. And the second guy, he's an investment banker. And the third guy, he just told me he's an entrepreneur, right? All obviously making bread. But that is not what this video is about. This video is about what I sensed from each one of these gentlemen at the gym, because it wasn't what they said. It wasn't the facial features on their face. Nah, it was something spiritual about them. And it was an inner thing. It was clear, like I said, they had already done the work. They're at the gym, but the work is done. And you get to that level not only when you know yourself, but when you begin to understand how life works. You begin to learn the rules of life and how they affect you and how you respond to these rules of life. When you understand that, and you understand general principles of life, delayed gratification, giving before receiving, life being a mirror of your inner world, when you understand these things, you begin to radiate a different type of light. And this light attracts to you whatever you want. You no longer have to want anything, because whatever you desire, you can say, I want more of this. And you understand that you just have to plant a couple of seeds consistently. It doesn't have to be rigorous, but the seed will eventually grow. And when it grows, you are never surprised, because you understand how life works. So from these gentlemen, I sense that the work was done. They understand these concepts of planting seeds. They understand the concepts of personal development, which that is actually one of the most widely misunderstood principles and concepts in this day and age, in this world of social media, distractions, conflict, you name it. Personal development is looked at incorrectly. I'll go into detail. People read books, they listen to audiobooks, they journal, they have a whiteboard, just like I do in the back. And they find themselves stuck in this endless loop, this roller coaster of life. You're up here one moment, and then you're down here the next moment. And you almost train yourself to prepare for the ups and downs of life. But it's not preparing yourself for the ups and downs of life. It's preparing yourself for how you respond to life's ups and downs, because you know that you're going to crash and burn, and you're going to lean on your personal development. You're going to listen to Jim Rohn, Bob Proctor, Tony Robbins. You're going to read books like The Richest Man in Babylon, and who knows, you might even pull out the 4 Agreements. You might do all of these things because you understand that when you're down bad, you need to pick yourself up, right? This is personal development 101. The problem with this is that you begin to expect to have to pick yourself up off the ground. And that is not, it has nothing to do with life. It has everything to do with your inner ecosystem. And you see, when you condition yourself, you condition your emotions, your mindset, your physiology, your body. When you condition it to fall and have to be lifted back up, almost peeled off the ground, everything is cyclical. So you begin to set yourself up for your downfall. Now, it's incredibly important for you to begin to recognize the patterns and to say, okay, what is it that's leading to the downfall? Because if you don't recognize the pattern, then you're going to continue to fall for it and you're never going to interrupt the pattern, which means you're going to constantly fall really hard, have to get peeled off the ground, use all of that energy just to hit your regular baseline, and then you're back at the base of the mountain and still have to climb the steep Mount Everest that is your life. It's exhausting. And the reason that you have to do this every single time is because you have not grown your inner world to be greater than your outside world. A lot of people place their value on their accomplishments, their bank account, their network. And no, that is not a great bounds or great basis to judge your worth as a human being. As a matter of fact, it's freaking terrible because all three of those things are a byproduct of the answer. And the answer is your inner world, your spirit. Not your thoughts, not your brain, but your spirit. Now, Bob Proctor spoke about this before, but he spoke about our mind. And our mind is not our brain. The mind encompasses the brain, but the mind essentially is a subconscious half and then a conscious half, right? The conscious mind is when we think, and we think so many times, we think the same thoughts that it seeps into the subconscious mind. It's kind of like soil, right? The subconscious mind is going to grow and blossom whatever we plant and water into it. And our subconscious mind dictates our self-image and our attitude. Our self-image and our attitude will then play into what our actions are. And our actions dictate the results. So the thoughts that we put into our brain, they directly influence the results that we get. The problem is that maybe you, maybe someone you know, they're putting the wrong set of thoughts into their mind. And they're manifesting a lot of what they don't want, a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, a lot of, one of the most confused ones is the underdog story. A lot of people position themselves as climbing a mountain. And maybe back in the day, that was cool. It was cool to be Rocky, right? It was cool to fight back from the depths of defeat and win the battle. But that was at a time when life wasn't as technologically advanced and distractions weren't as, in your face as they are now. Now it's so easy to overload your brain, overload yourself with information, so everything is magnified times 10. So your underdog story begins to manifest a cycle of, once again, you peeling yourself off the ground and you never reach the peak that you can reach because you're so used to being the underdog and you always are fighting back from behind. You're always fighting back from behind. And your inner world, it never grows to be greater and larger than your outside world. You think about your goals and you think about the mountain that you have to climb. You don't think about your goals and feel how large and grandiose and capable you are. And that goal, you can look down at it and choose, do I really want this goal? I don't know if I really want that goal. Next. You don't even look at your goals like that. You don't look at your goals like that. And as a result, they're always bigger than you. So your outside, you'll never transcend your goals. You'll never grow larger than your outside world. That's why, millionaires and billionaires and people that have found extreme and massive success in life, they say, man, you could take everything away that I have right now because it doesn't matter. I can go and grab it again. And that's usually how life works, right? They say that 90% of the world's resources are handled by like the top 10% or whatever. Why? Because it's a state of mind. It's how you view things and it's your inner world. And now we're flooded with information and we run ourselves into the ground. So you have people like myself, Lionheart Chris, teaching you leverage and the importance of having leverage and the importance of future planning, the importance of controlling your emotions and understanding what emotions are a result and byproduct of. And I'm just here in the weeds. I'm here amongst all these other self-help gurus. And I'm taking the best approach that I know how to take. And that approach is to continue planting the seed and letting you know that there is more to life than what you have seen. You can't even imagine what you can get out of this life at all. When you begin to actually build yourself up beyond personal development, when you graduate your personal development and get to a level of having your way with yourself, not with life. You can't control what's happening outside. You can't make it sunny if it's raining. But when you can control your internal thermostat, you can control your internal temperature, you can control how you feel, you can control how you respond and react to the great things or the not so great things. You begin to understand that nothing is great and nothing is bad. Everything just is. Life is a reflection of your inner world. And the fact that I was able to go to this gym that I go to multiple times every week, and for the first time in my life, I looked and I was able to recognize the ballers. I was able to recognize the people where they've done the work and the work is done. I was able to recognize these people like this. It wasn't anything for me. Tells me what? That I've done it and that the work is done. And that I'm in control of my life and my results. The life that you see is a reflection of your inner world. Take that to heart, my friend. Take it to heart. Have your way with you feel me? Stop letting your brain run away with you. You let your brain run away with you and you know, it's funny. Like, I'm talking about you like you're multiple people. You let your brain run away with you. But that's because you are multiple people. You are a superhuman, supernatural being, and you have superpowers, and you got to learn how to control that. Why? Because the man is controlling it for you. The man is telling you how to spend your time. The man is telling you to distract yourself. The man is telling you to continue game planning for the day so that after the day is over, you got a game plan for tomorrow, and after tomorrow, you got a game plan for 2 days after today. That's the man telling you to do that. But here I am. I'm telling your ass you need to be planning for 2 weeks in advance. 1 week equals 1 day. I'm here to tell you that the stress and the pressure that you're feeling is because you're not living up to your true potential. That's what I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you that you could change your life right now in an instant. I'm here to tell you that money, although it's tangible, it's a piece of paper. And if you rip it, there's going to be 1 million more printed. You can burn a dollar bill. It's all energy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And if you're lacking in any area of life, ask yourself why. Look at the byproduct, okay? And then here's one more question. I'm really putting you onto the game right now. Ask yourself who you got to be in order to change that situation. Don't ask yourself what you got to do. You've been asking the wrong questions. I will leave it at that. I'm going to make another video on that one. But yeah, the link in the description, or the 2 links in the description for you, are there for you to do what you do with them. Once again, we've got that guide, Nothing into Something. I'm probably going to make a video on that too. But that guide is a 4-step simple process for you to take all of your resources that you have now, tangible or intangible, and create momentum. I've used this to help myself launch my copywriting business. I've flourished my personal training business. And most importantly, I've fixed my spirit using the information in that guide. So it's free for you, and it is in the description box. And that second link, once again, is the masterclass video on leverage. And it's what I'm using currently to launch an international run club, as well as become a multi-7-figure entrepreneur. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. If you made it to the end, you got this shit. Stop doubting yourself, man. I'm gonna holla at you.